It's on. Wait.
We're on.
We're on.
We're on. Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome back to another fire, juicy, and tender episode of Bravado Talk.
My name is Anthony.
And I am Eddie.
What is up, Eddie?
We're back, Anthony.
I know.
We are back after taking our little recess break.
I know.
We're finally back, ladies and gentlemen.
I know.
It was a concern, a lot of speculation that Bravado Talk broke up.
Mm-hmm.
Fake news.
That's right.
Fake news.
I'm gonna be honest. We had an episode last week, but I just didn't like it. I made the executive decision to not air it because for several reasons, but we're sorry. I'm sorry. I am very sorry.
Anthony, apologize for that, ladies and gentlemen.
I apologize. Anyways, we're back though. This was gonna be it. I think this is gonna be a good episode. It's gonna be very interesting.
So a lot has happened since our last episode.
Mm-hmm.
I went to Mexico with my brothers. Shout out to my brothers. I went with Caesar and Bethel. We met my brother Carlos over there in Mexico. It's pretty dope. We got a lot of bonding time. And you also got an oral procedure, didn't you?
I got my wisdom teeth taken out.
How was that?
Terrible. I did it all. I was awake during the entire surgery, and yeah, it took longer than expected.
How many did they take out?
They took out the two of them that were on the bottom, that were horizontally
Sheesh.
placed or whatever, and then the two at the top that they just had to take them out because
all four?
Yeah, so I had to get 4 out, and yeah, dude, honestly, I was awake the entire time. It hurt, but I'm good now.
You didn't want to do the what it's called? The one where they sleep you?
They put you to sleep. Nah, dude, it was gonna cost too much. So I was like, screw it. How bad can it be?
No way.
Yeah.
You're a champ, my boy.
Yeah, it's all right. It's whatever. Yeah.
Did you request for more? What is it called? More. Oh man. To take the pain away, not even to
more
take the pain. Anesthetic, yeah.
Anesthesia or whatever. Yeah, dude. During a couple times, started my freaking, like the ham scraping the tooth and everything.
Oh my god, you went there. Oh no way.
Started hurting, and then I was like, bro, you gotta put on more, and so he did. So yeah, it was pretty bad, but it was all right. At the end of the day, I think it was better to do it that way.
Okay.
Yeah. So.
That's dope.
It's all right. I mean, again, I'm all healed now. The only thing is I have the little holes there and fucking food gets stuck there. So I gotta be cleaning it every time I eat.
Your Invisalign though.
Yeah, and I got the Invisalign. Gotta fix my teeth.
Oh my god! You never had braces as a kid?
I did, but you know,
your teeth are too stubborn.
I wore braces in high school, and then after that I was supposed to wear my retainer, but I just didn't put it on, and then the wisdom teeth coming out didn't help either, so now my bottom ones are all messed up, so I got it so I can fix that. So it's not that bad. It's all right. It's cool. I like it.
The pain?
So when you put them on, it leaves your teeth very sore. Not very sore, but a little sore. So when I take them out, they're still a little sensitive while eating. But like maybe after like 10 minutes, they get used to it again. And yeah, it's not that bad. Again, the only thing is I have to be taking them off and on and off every time I eat.
Huh.
But it's all right. It's all good. I recommend it, honestly. A little pricey. Not entirely sure compared to braces, but I would. I
should probably look into that. I would
definitely, yeah, guarantee them, yeah.
Before the wedding, get my teeth fixed.
Your teeth are fucked up or what?
Yeah, they can be.
They can be.
Yeah.
I think
I just have big gums. That's the thing. I have small teeth, but big gums.
How is that going to help you? Invisalign is not for your big
gums. But you get me, like, I mean, to kind of draw away the attention from my big gums.
So you would wear
Make
Invisalign
sure my pearly whites are all fixed.
Huh? You would wear Invisalign
for my teeth.
Okay, all right, whatever.
To align them.
So your mouth, but
exactly my mouth.
Yeah, your mouth's your choice. Yeah, you're right.
How would you rate that dentist though?
How would I rate it?
Yeah. Your dentist.
So 4 out of 5, I think.
Really?
Yeah, 4 out of 5.
That
They're
good?
pretty good. Yeah, they're pretty good. I like the guy, the dentist, my
In what
doctor.
city?
Hmm?
In what city did you go?
I went to Jorbalinda.
Oh. Oh, okay.
So yeah, he was pretty cool actually. I really like him. He's very nice. He kind of tells me everything that's going on. It's not like, because I've been to the dentist where it's just kind of just like, oh, you came to clean your teeth. All right, let's get it done, and then just start scraping your teeth, and that's it. But with this one, actually, we got a good connection going on, and
So it's serious.
He's cool. Oh, I think it's serious. I think it's gonna be my dentist from now on. Mm-hmm.
Now you got to take him out to lunch.
Yeah, or something.
Oh,
Why can't he take me out to lunch?
Anyways, it's a big year for you, Anthony.
Why?
I think it's a big year for you.
What am I doing? Oh, yeah, that's right. Well, should we say it in the podcast? I think it'll be better if we wait and then I show it off when it happens, I guess, or we talk about it when it happens. Yeah, let's save it.
Well, I just thought it was just a big year because I don't know, dude. Music festivals are popping off left and right, so
that's right. Oh yeah, that is
they're pretty lit.
Yeah, I'll allow it. Yeah, we're going to a couple music festivals.
Not we.
No, we. You're right. Well, me
Not
and my
we.
girl, I guess. Yeah. But we do want to go to the Kiss concert.
Oh yeah. The Kiss
right.
concert is okay, but I meant like a festival.
No, yeah.
Are you still down for day and night? Not day and night. Day in Vegas.
Day in Vegas. Shit. I'll think about it. I'll go through my expenses, and then I'll let
Vanessa,
you know.
if you hear this, please give my boy permission to go to Day in Vegas. Just boys.
I'm gonna edit this out.
Just boys.
I'm gonna edit this out.
Let her hear it, man.
Okay.
But yeah, I mean, year of the concerts. I mean, last year we couldn't do anything just because of COVID, and yeah,
I think it's gonna be strange a little bit, just going back. Oh,
definitely,
concert, dude. It's gonna be
a lot of anti-maskers.
You're gonna have those with their masks on and everything, which is gonna be a little weird to a little get used to. But yeah, man, I'm excited.
That means you can't share the bottle. You can't share other extracurricular activities within
other
people.
Legal.
Yeah.
Extra, yeah.
Yeah, legal.
That's right. Yeah, I guess not.
I forgot what I was gonna mention. Oh yeah, so a lot has been going on, right? So we have music festivals, but we also here in California, there's no masks.
No.
No more masks.
There is.
Well, okay.
For vaccinated people, there's no masks.
Yes, there is. For fully vaccinated people here in California, if you're fully vaccinated, you don't have to wear a mask. But if you're not vaccinated, you have to wear a mask.
Mm-hmm.
And more of the story is that here in California, we go by the honor system, if I'm not mistaken. Which is, if you don't have it, wear one. And if you do have it, don't wear one.
That's right.
But some people don't give a flying shit about it.
That's the thing we were talking about like a couple of episodes back. It's like, I think that places like restaurants and stores or whatever, they should have someone at the door kind of just saying, let me see your vaccine card.
Mm-hmm.
If you don't have it, then just wear a mask. If you do,
like the club, right?
Yeah, kind
like
of.
to see if you're over 18 or.
Yeah, I mean, it's not. It's a lot different from saying if you don't have it, you're not allowed to come in. It's more like just wear it. I think, because you at this point you don't know who has it or not, who has their shot or not. So, I mean, it says I've seen most places say like where you don't have to wear your mask if you did get the shots, but they're not checking. So how would you know that whoever's going in doesn't or does have the shot?
On Twitter, I saw the that Agatha from WandaVision where she winks.
Oh yeah,
It was Agatha all along, and she does that wink. They're like when you're fully vaccinated and don't have to wear a mask, and then it's her like opening her mouth and winking. But no, yeah, dude. Honestly, it's some people are happy about it, some aren't. I mean, I get it. Apparently, in the news, I was watching Univision before we were recording.
Univision?
Sorry, Univision. Yeah. And yeah, dude, they were talking about like the mask possibly coming back just because there's another strain of a different virus going on. I didn't catch the name of it. And so they were also talking about California's economy and being open now for 2 weeks, and that it's kind of hard because as much as we were all happy everything was going to go back to normal, unfortunately some restaurant and businesses can't afford to open up completely just because there isn't people
Oh, that's
that
right.
are working or that want to work,
Employees, yeah.
employees that want to work. And so it was funny because I was watching this report in Univision in the news segment, and so it's like, so they interview restaurant owners and they interview like, like regular average people. And so like these business owners are just like, well, I think it's the government's fault just for giving away like free money.
Mm-hmm.
And I was like, okay.
Mm-hmm.
And
Yeah, I did see
so
that too. Mm-hmm.
and so that's why, so he was going on a tangent as well, like, well, like as much as I love my customers, but they complain that why can't we fully open when we can't fully open because there's no one that wants to work, and when there's no one, and well, people that don't want to work is because that they're getting unemployment.
Yeah.
So it's just like this ongoing thing, and I was just like,
Yeah, I think there's
it's
like it's like in between, I think, because I did see the argument that people are saying that people are not coming back because they're getting the unemployment benefits, right?
yeah,
And
exactly.
apparently like it's a good amount that if you don't have to go back to work, you're pretty much getting paid either the same or more than you were getting paid
Before,
before when you were. So people are saying like, well, why are they going to go back to why are they going to go back to work when they're going to be making less?
Mm-hmm.
But then then I guess the counter argument to that I saw was that, okay, well, if that's the case, then raise the minimum wage, then pay the employees more so that they do
Yeah.
have the
Mm-hmm.
incentive to, I guess, to go back to work.
So it's funny that you said that because, like I mentioned, they were interviewing business owners and like regular average people,
Mm-hmm.
and so those types of people were like, "Oh well, it's expensive to live in California, so they should up the ante and they should give out more money and raise the minimum wage." I mean,
Mm-hmm.
keep in mind, minimum wage is like what, $15
Minimum wage here
in California.
is it 50? I probably is. Yeah, I don't keep up with the minimum wage,
So,
but yeah.
I mean, I get California is expensive, but come on, dude, like $15 an hour is it's decent pay. I'm not gonna lie.
Yeah.
Than it was before, like what, like 12.50, 12.75,
Yeah.
13 even.
Dude, it's crazy how now we're talking about, the minimum wage being 15. I remember when I used to work at
Sam's?
Sam's. At Sam's, I was getting paid $10. You know,
Sheesh.
from then hasn't been that long since I was working
I know
there.
it's like what, 2018 that you worked there, 2017.
16, 17. Yeah, I mean, barely. It wasn't even that long ago.
Yeah.
And people are already making more than I was making. I
So-
mean, but I guess that's how it goes. But it's just kind of weird, yeah.
Oh, definitely. And so before I forget, on the way they ended that new segment, they passed by like a McDonald's and they were recording footage, and it said, "Now hiring, free phone to new,
Oh yeah, the restaurants are doing whatever
free phone
possible.
to new, yeah, to
to-
like get people." It's just crazy, man. Honestly, I mean,
Yeah, I saw one that it was like people were actually paying. I think McDonald's was paying people to interview, just to interview.
$100. Yeah,
Yeah,
you're right.
just to
You're right.
interview. I think some other restaurant was giving them a meal if they interviewed or something like that. Like, yeah, they're doing
It's like
whatever they can.
yeah, an incentive and like a way to kind of get people in. But yeah, I mean, most people still don't want to go back to work.
Yeah, it's all weird. It's a whole mess. I think I don't know how. I mean, I don't think I have the solution, but I did see one where, what was it? They were saying, oh shoot, I forgot about it already. What was it? The $15 minimum wage, getting paid more. Damn, I lost it.
Well, what are you trying to go with?
I was something along the lines of that, but I lost it. Oh no. Anyways, I'll probably come up.
But it's just that the benefits and all this. I mean, it's just for some people, it's just too good to
Oh, I know exactly what I'm talking about.
to get lost.
So, I guess one of the arguments people were making was that, because you know how I just said that, they were like, well, why don't you pay the workers more, right?
Mm-hmm.
And then I guess there was, see, this is what I'm saying. There's like counter arguments to everything. People were saying, okay, well, the only people that can actually raise the minimum wage are like big companies, like McDonald's, In and Out, all those big companies that have a lot of money and don't mind at all, like paying $15 for, like, to their employees. And they're saying that the people that are gonna be hurting are the small businesses because they're not they're not huge franchises, and they have a certain amount of money that they make every year.
Yeah.
And if you raise all of their employees' wages to $15, then you could possibly harm their business. What happens is that they close down their business, and what do people end up doing? They end up buying more at the big franchises.
Mm-hmm.
So it's interesting just seeing all the points of views. Oh, but then then the counter argument to that is that, okay, then the government should give the small businesses more money, like an incentive to pay them $15, and at the end of the year, like, they get more money through the government. So there's a bunch of like solutions and alternatives to everything that's going on, but yeah, I don't know. It's a complex issue, I think.
Well, last I checked that in Nevada with my godfather in his restaurant, I remember I was talking to him and I was just like, you don't mind me asking, and this is when we went, what, 2 years ago?
Mm-hmm.
Right? We
I
went
don't
2
know.
years ago for my birthday?
Not
Yeah,
sure.
2 years ago, 2019, right?
Oh, that's right.
Yeah,
That's
yeah,
right.
yeah, yeah.
Yeah, 19. Mm-hmm.
So anyways, I was talking to him and I was just like, I'm just curious, how much is minimum wage? And then he hit me with minimum wage here in Nevada, in the state of Nevada, is $8.25. I was like, what the fuck?
Yeah.
And that's when back here was like $12.75 minimum wage. I was just like, Jesus.
Yeah, dude. That's the thing too. It's like, I mean, the minimum wage, it's different in different
Yeah,
places.
every state's economy is different.
Right,
But,
exactly.
it's just like, can you imagine yourself getting paid $8.75 here in California?
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Oh, yeah. That's
Like,
that. You will not have anybody working here at all if that was the case.
Definitely.
Everyone will be on unemployment. Yeah.
definitely.
But yeah, man, it's all crazy. Hopefully we can resolve that.
Yeah,
Or something.
definitely. We can move on through this issue because everything's going to get paid back to the government, baby.
Yeah, I mean, we all get taxed, so.
Yeah.
Anyways, well, that was kind of a little
A rat, a spiel.
a summary of what's happened in the past couple of weeks. Yeah, so for this episode, I kind of wanted to do something that many of our listeners have enjoyed, and it's kind of just share a couple of stories that I found online that were very interesting to me, and I'm sure that you'll find them interesting as well.
Okay.
And they're
What
about
kind of stories? Scary
they're
stories?
about stonks.
Stonks. Cue the market bell. You know which one I'm talking about.
Yeah. The
Cue that.
ding,
Cue
ding,
that.
ding, that one.
Cue it.
It's done. It's already did it.
Okay.
Okay.
Sorry, I got too excited.
Anyway, so the reason why I wanted to talk about them is because, well, I trade on various brokerages. I'm into stocks. So yeah, I am investing in them, and I recently started doing option calls or whatever, or trading options.
And what's that?
And so I'll get there.
Okay.
So the reason why I started trading options is because I actually met I met a guy at my friend's wedding. He, we kind of just started talking and everything. We actually got along very well, and he's into stocks as well, and we started talking about them, and he mentioned that to me, the option trading, and I was like, oh, well, what the, exactly like you, like, what is that? And he can explain it to me, and then I did my own research at home, and I've been trading options ever since. And pretty much what it is so the main idea is that you have to have if you have 100 shares of a stock, of a company, then what you can do is this is what I'm doing. You can sell a contract and they pay you money by selling that contract, right?
Okay.
Or you can buy a contract to buy shares, 100 shares. But everything's done through 100 shares of a stock. So again, let me just explain let me go into a little more detail for everybody out there with what I do. So I have 100 shares of the stock, right?
What kind of stock?
Like let's say I have like my AMC, like my AMC stock.
Okay.
So I have 100 shares of it, right?
Mhm.
And what I can do is I can create a contract that says if if each share of this of AMC reaches $100, then I am obligated to sell my 100 shares. Okay.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna be very. By the way, this is very complex stuff, so I'm gonna try to like um, give as much detail as I can.
Yeah, talk to me like if I'm a first grader.
Dude, let me just say that when my friend was telling me about this, I was so lost until I did more research about it, and then that kind of makes sense.
Okay.
So I have 100 shares. I create a contract, and so what happens is that the app like Robinhood, the one I'm using, it gives me money because somebody out there is buying that contract, right? So I'm getting paid that money, and again, I can choose the price that it should reach. So if I say like, okay, if it reaches $100, then I'll sell it, or if it reaches 120, I'll sell it. And depending on that price, 100 and 120, that's how much the contract it costs. So like let's say the share is at $50. If I say I want to sell it at 55, if it reaches 55, then the contract costs more compared to a contract with a price of $60 or $70, right? Because it's easier for the price of AMC to reach the 50 than it is to reach the 60 or whatever I said, than it is to reach the 70, right? So that's why the $60 one costs more than the $70. Does that make sense?
Well, I'm trying to get the hang of it. Yeah.
So all you're doing is that all I'm saying is that
So if it goes, I mean, let's just say if tomorrow it hits over that, your contract was 100, right? If I'm not mistaken, if it'll reach 100.
yeah, say
So if it does reach it,
pretend it's a 50, and I say I want it to reach 100 for me to sell it. So it's at 50 right now.
Okay.
If say tomorrow it reaches 100,
then those stocks aren't yours anymore because
I sell them.
yeah, you sell them. Now, let's just say if I bought that contract and tomorrow it doesn't hit that 100, you still get to keep them and you keep my money.
Yes. Oh wow!
Okay.
Look at you.
Yeah.
That was pretty good.
Hey, send me that code. I'm ready. I'm ready.
No, yeah, that's exactly
Tesla,
it.
watch out. We're going to the moon.
That's exactly it. So from my point of view is, I sell the contract, I get the money, right? And tomorrow it doesn't reach $100, so then I get to keep my 100 shares and I get to keep that money.
But it's like a gamble, right?
I mean, kind of, I guess. I mean, the stock market's a gamble. Like,
No,
Yeah.
yeah, but like that person, because it's like you could either see that money or you don't,
yeah, it's like you're
and
with
you
that
have
person,
to be okay with just letting go.
It's like with that person. Okay, so with that person is I'm betting that the stock won't reach $100, and that person is saying that it is gonna reach $100, right? So that's pretty much where the gambling part of it is. But what you said is right. I mean, if it reaches 100, then I get the money from what he gave me from selling the contract, and I get the money from the 100 shares times $100 that I'm gonna be selling. Anyways,
I'm with you.
So-
I'm with you.
anyways, that's like a little bit of a background of what I'm doing, and if you want to learn more, then you can message me. But so in doing my research about all this, I came across like 3 good stories that I want to talk about that kind of relate to options,
Okay.
and they have to do with Wall Street bets. So do you know what Wall Street bets is?
So I've heard of it. I don't know what it is.
So it's a group on Reddit. It's a group on Reddit, and they're the ones that are made the whole GameStop and AMC thing happen, because they're the ones that were like, okay, GameStop is being heavily shorted, so we need to buy more stocks, and that's why it skyrocketed to like $300. Like that's them. That was all them.
Okay.
So before this, I think this was before what GameStop did and everything, like everything that happened with GameStop. Before this, there were a couple of other users that did YOLO moves, and I guess the YOLO move or a YOLO game or whatever, a YOLO trade on Wall Street bets is kind of like let's say I'm putting $100,000 into this stock and fuck it, like it's YOLO, like that type of YOLO trades, right?
Shit.
So I want to go over a couple of YOLO stories. So I'm gonna start with the first one. Let me see, which one is. I think this one's. I think I'm gonna start with this one. Okay, you ready for this?
I think so.
I'm gonna tuck you in your bed, tell you a couple of those stories about Wall Street bets. Okay. So let me start with this guy. Okay, so this guy, his name, and you can look this up online if you want more information, I guess. But essentially, what this guy did was, he did a thing called, what is it called again? Oh, he did what is called a box spread, right?
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much what I was telling you, like with the whole selling the option and everything and all that stuff, the contract. So you can do it so that you can buy a contract and you can sell a contract, right? And so what this guy did was he bought a contract and then he sold a contract against it, and then he did it for 4 contracts. Mm-hmm. So pretty much what happens is, like, say you don't have any shares,
Okay.
right? And you tell Robinhood or whatever that you want to sell 100 shares, but you don't have those 100 shares. So what you do is you make another contract saying that you will sell the 100. No, that you will buy the 100 shares. So you buy one contract selling the shares, and you buy another contract buying the shares, so that they cancel out. Does that make sense?
Yeah, I get it.
So this is what this guy did, right? And essentially what he thought was that by doing this thing with this cancellation thing,
he could cheat the system.
It's not cheating the system because it's an actual thing. It's a box spread.
No, yeah.
Right? And so he did his research and everything, and apparently the only thing he could lose was $500 off of his investment. And so all the stock needed to do was reach 2021. So this was in 2019. He made it so that the contracts expired in 2 years, right? And so everything was fine, I guess, in a sense that all he could lose was $500. But if in 2 years, if he holds on to the stocks in 2 years, he would be making $37,000, right?
Okay.
So that was the goal. The goal was to make $37,000 in 2 years, and all he had to pay for this was.
You said 500, no?
All he had to pay was 500. No, so he paid 500 to do this.
Mm-hmm.
He could lose $500 in theory, but he could be making $37,000 in 2 years, right? So that's kind of like where he was at. But the thing is that the stock that he was buying, the current price is at $50. Okay, so the stock is at $50.
Okay.
And he purchased and sold all these contracts at a price of $15, right? So what happens is that in the stock market, whenever it's called when you're in the money, when a contract is in the money, the other person, remember the person that I was telling you that was buying the contracts, they have the right to exercise that contract. So like let's say like how we were saying with the AMC one, where I'm at 50, right? Okay. And I say if it's 100, I'll sell it. If it reaches 100, that other person doesn't have to exercise it. They could just leave it. They don't have to tell you to sell them. Like they can do that whenever they want to, right? So what this guy did was, since the stock was at 50, and he put it so that the price had to be at $15 in 2 years from now. Mm-hmm. The other whatever person's out there, they have the right to exercise it because it's technically in the money. Like if the current price of the stock was like say $10, then it would have been fine because it's not in the money. It's not at 15, but because he bought it at such a low price that other people were like, okay, I'm gonna start exercising this contract. So and the thing too is that he didn't just buy one contract. He bought 500 of them.
Yeah, $15 a piece.
So it's $500 that he could lose times 500.
1,000.
No, 500 times 500.
Oh wow.
So that's
like
this fool was thinking he was gonna lose $500, and he ended up losing $250,000. But the thing is that Robinhood, they caught on, and this is a time where Robinhood still was allowing box spreads, and this guy's the reason why they don't allow it anymore, because of shit like this. And so what happened is Robinhood was like, oh crap, like this guy's gonna lose $250,000, so they stopped. They suspended his account, and he only lost 57,000.
He had to pay that?
He had to pay that. He had to get it somewhere.
What do you do if you don't pay that?
I don't know.
You go to jail.
I tried looking for it, and I don't know what.
You have to go to jail.
He probably.
Right?
I've honestly done my research, and I don't know. They don't say what happened to that guy, but his account was negative $50,000.
Oh shit!
And the thing is that so there's a thing where it's like, so we're in the American trading system or whatever. If he had technically done it in the European trading system, then his thing would have worked. But because we're here, like people can exercise that contract like immediately, apparently. And so yeah, like after that, Robinhood was like, we're not allowing this type of trades anymore. And now, if you try to do a box spread, it actually tells you how much you could lose, and it tells you better have that money before you even do it. So
damn, that's crazy.
So Robinhood now it's like trying to mitigate your losses. Like, yeah, exactly. Like, are you sure? And not even are you sure? It's like, you better have that money in your account. If you're not, we don't do it.
True.
So yeah, so that's one of them. And the reason why I'm telling you these ones is because these are like legendary on the Wall Street Bets Reddit account. But yeah,
the YOLO man.
Exactly. And dude, and the funny thing is, I remember that day when I got an email from Robinhood saying like you can't do box spreads anymore, like they're banned or whatever. I remember that day. So yeah. And now
so how long have you been in this rat race?
Since 16, probably.
2016.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, that's because I think Robinhood came out in 2014, and it was pretty new when I got it. So, like, there's so many features on this thing now, like. So, but yeah, I got it back then.
I have to check it out.
Anyways.
All right, what's the next YOLO story?
So the next YOLO story is this other guy. So this one's pretty cool, actually. I really thought, I mean, the way I read it, I was like, man, if I was this guy, I would have just cheat the system, gotten the money and but I mean, then I was thinking like maybe he would have gone in jail or something. So Robinhood has this like a special like what do you call it? Kind of like a special subscription.
Okay.
It's called Robinhood Gold. Mm-hmm. And so pretty much what it does is that if you put like $10 into your account, what it does is that it lets what Robinhood Gold does, it lets you trade double of that amount. So it kind of like lets you borrow it, right?
Okay.
So it's not actually like you gotta pay it, but it's that they let you borrow it. So say
like a loan, kind of,
yeah. So you put 10, but then on your account it shows 20.
Like they match it. Okay.
Yeah, exactly. Kind of like
they match it. Yeah.
So, but the minimum that you gotta have is $2,000. So when he put $2,000, his account grew to $4,000, right?
Okay.
Because of that margin. It's the margin thing or whatever. It like allows you to do double. Again, I'm not even on that Robinhood Gold, but it works something like that. But anyways, their system was stupid back in the day. So pretty much what this guy did was, so he had $4,000. So then he bought 100 shares of this stock, right? Which costed like, let's say $3,000,
mm-hmm.
right? So he bought 100 shares of them. And I remember when I was telling you that you could sell those contracts, like a contract for those 100 shares. So what he did was, say like the stock was at $50. He sold the contract for the stock to reach $2, but it's already at 50. Like, you only do that if if he would have done it at 51, then that's okay, because it's not in the money, right? Like, again, we were saying that you get to keep your shares if it stays at 50, right? If it doesn't reach a 51. Mm-hmm. But this fool already sold it at $2. So it's in the money pretty much. Like, it's gonna get traded. Like, he has to sell these stocks at $2. But because he's selling it super low, his like what they pay him back is a lot as well. Because so again, it's like why are you selling it at $2? But okay, whatever, we're gonna give you like this much.
Mm-hmm.
So pretty much what happened was he sold it at $2. He sold the contract at the price of $2. So they gave him another $4,000 for it, right?
Mm-hmm.
So here's where the system is so broken. So because he got $4,000 back, Robinhood thought that was his money again. So what Robinhood ended up doing was they doubled his money again. So now, so we were saying that he had like, let's say $3,000.
Okay.
So then he got, so
Six.
then, so he so sorry, he bought him for $3,000. He was left with 1,000. So he received the $4,000 for selling his contract of 100 shares.
Okay.
So now he has $5,000.
Okay.
But because Robinhood Gold does the double thing, so now he has $10,000.
$10,000. Okay.
So then he did it again for that same stock, but now he bought 200 shares for $8,000, right? Because he has $10,000.
Yeah.
So he bought 200 shares of it. Then he sold those two contracts of 200 shares.
Yeah.
So they both cost 4,000. So now that's $8,000
Mm-hmm.
added to his remaining $2,000. So that's $10,000, and then Robinhood sees that $10,000 and then adds another $10,000.
20.
So he kept doing that. He kept doing that up until he got. So he had $2,000. Let me see.
Talk about an investment, man.
$2,000 times 25. So he ended up getting $50,000 borrowed from Robinhood. So from $2,000, he ended up with $50,000, right? And this is what I'm saying. Like at this point, I would have been like,
Cash out.
cash in the money, and that's it. But I mean, I guess I don't know. He probably would have gone to jail or something. I don't know. Or Robinhood would have said something. But since it's all money borrowed, like he borrowed all that money, and he said it on the thread,
Mm-hmm.
because he talks about it on his on Reddit.
Mm-hmm.
What this fool ended up doing is he pretty much made a bet that that Apple was gonna go down. So he put it all on that. He put all his money on the fact that Apple was gonna go down. But what ended up happening was it went up, and so he lost all that money, all of it. How much was it again?
You said
2,000
25, no?
times 20.
500,000.
Yeah, he lost all his $50,000 that he had.
Oh, 50.
But the thing is, it's not even his. It was all Robinhood's.
So what happens? That money isn't issued back or what?
And that's the thing. I don't know. I looked it up, and they don't really say much about what happens to these guys after.
Wow.
I think it's fine. But I mean, but the thing is that the main thing about all this is that the fact that he was he was able to exploit Robinhood,
Mm-hmm.
and he was able to like pretty much do a loop of like cash deposits into account that Robinhood didn't get a chance to like look. I mean, Robinhood was broken, so like they didn't know that it was their own money that they were being laundering or whatever. So yeah, dude, this guy, he's on the top. Crazy. He's on the top spot of Wall Street bets.
No, that's a YOLO man.
Yeah.
YOLO man. Yeah, that's me.
And then the last one that I have here, and this one's actually pretty tragic. I wouldn't laugh if I were you.
Okay.
Actually, pretty tragic.
Well, you look like alfalfa right now, so I kind of want to laugh.
Let's get serious on this one, right? So this guy's doing what I'm doing, right? And this will actually kill himself for what he did. Yeah. So what happened was he did the exact same thing as the other guy, the first guy that I told you.
The box spread?
Where he bought a contract of 100 shares, another contract of 100 shares. One for buying the shares, and another one for selling the shares.
Mm-hmm.
And so he let's put it like let's put it like in simple terms. So he had one of $10 for selling and $5 for buying. So if you think about it, if you sell your 100 shares times, like, say, yeah, if you do the $10 one that you're selling
Mm-hmm.
minus the $5 that you're buying, that's $5.
Mm-hmm.
But you multiply by 100 because you have 100 shares, so you're technically at an earning of $500.
Mm-hmm.
So you made $500.
Yeah.
So, but what this guy did was he, like, let's say that. So did it make sense when I told you that one contract is equals to 100 shares?
Kinda. Like I kind of
So
understand of what you're saying, but at times when you keep on talking about it, I kind of make the connect the lines kind
so
of.
yeah, so like the contract, when I say that it's a contract, it means that you're either buying or selling 100 shares of something.
And it's
right?
up to someone to buy that contract.
Yeah, it's up to someone to buy that contract.
And it could even be yourself buying that contract.
That's right.
Yeah.
That's right. Yes. So when I tell you that he had a contract of $10 to sell them, and a contract of $5
to buy them,
he's technically buying 100 shares at $10 and selling. No, I said that wrong. Selling 100 shares at $10 and buying 100 shares
for $5.
$5. So that's where the $500 come from, because 10 times 100 is 1,000. 5 times 100 is 500. So you do the difference.
You subtract, it's still 500. Yeah.
So you're at earnings of 500. Right?
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
So this is what this guy's doing, but he's not doing it with one contract. He's doing it with like thousands of contracts, right? So technically, if you think about it, it's the same thing, but you're doing it with multiple contracts, right? So this guy was actually at a earning. He actually, like, let's say with this scenario that we had with the 10 and the 5, he was actually going to make money. But the thing is that what Robinhood did is they showed the negative amount first before they canceled out everything. So, because essentially you don't have those shares. So that's why you have the buying and the selling, because they cancel out. But what Robinhood did was it showed him the negative amount on his account. So, like, think about it. So let's say for the buying the $5 shares. So let's say he had like 1,000 contracts. So that's 1,000 times 100. 1,000. Hey.
Okay. No, yeah. Serious.
No, but that was pretty funny. So he had 1,000 contracts. So that's 1,000 times 100, because it's each contract is 100 shares times 5, right?
Wait, 100 times 1,000
times 1,000. That's 1,000
times
5.
Wow, that's $500,000.
So that's how much money they were showing him that he had to pay. Like, it showed him as a negative number.
Dude, that's scary.
Which is scary, right? Exactly. Yeah. So what this guy did was he saw that and he panicked. He was like, "How the fuck, $500,000 that I have to pay now, right?" And yeah, bro, he killed himself. He couldn't take the.
Oh shit! No
but
way.
But the thing is, so how much was it? $500,000.
$500,000.
So now that was the him buying side, but then Robinhood, what they do is then they use those shares, because you have the shares, and then you sell them. So then if you're in your calculator, you would do the 1,000 times 100 times 10, which is 1 million.
100 times 1,000 times
10.
Yeah.
That's how much he's making for selling those shares.
Yeah.
So then if you subtract the million minus the 500,000 is 500,000.
Yeah.
So he actually made $500,000. But because he saw that negative amount first, like Robinhood showed it on his account, he didn't know what he was a beginner as well. Like, he didn't know much of what he was doing. So he saw that amount of money and he freaked out and killed himself. But he actually made money.
Wow.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and this just happened. That happened around that same year, 2019. And so that's kind of like with what I said on the second story, where now Robinhood they don't show you that negative amount. They do everything on the background, everything on the back.
Mm-hmm.
Like they handle all the shares and everything, selling, buying, canceling them out, and then they just show you what you actually
Your earnings.
Yeah. They're not gonna show you that negative, because you shouldn't have a negative amount on Robinhood, because at that point or now that they have gone through all these mistakes and everything, they're not allowed to show you the negative number anymore. Like, you're always gonna come out positive, because they have a security thing where they ask you, like, are you sure you want to do this, and do you have that money? Like, there's no reason for you to have that negative number anymore.
Mm-hmm.
But yeah, dude, this guy killed himself, and yeah, dude, I don't know.
What happened with that money?
Well, that's a good point. I think when you create an account, when like they ask you like who will this money go to or something, if in case you died, I think, because you know how like all employers ask you that, like in case you die, where would that money go to?
Mm-hmm.
I don't know if they have that. I created my account like a long time ago, but I'm assuming it's something like that. Maybe he has like his parents' information in there, but
Well, it has your tax information there.
yeah, I guess you're right. Yeah,
Mm-hmm.
that's a good point. But yeah, he thought he was $500,000. It wasn't even. It was probably more. Can't remember how much it was. That was just my example, but yeah, he thought he was losing a lot of money.
Well, that sucked, dude.
Yeah. Oh fuck.
How very unfortunate.
Anyways, that was it. That was it for my stories.
You know,
Thought they were interesting.
So you said you've been here since 2016. Yeah, send me the link.
You're not gonna do it.
Send me the link. You don't want it? Any Bravado Talk listeners out there, if you have,
You're not gonna do it.
I was gonna say acorns. It's not acorns.
Unicorns.
Oh my god. What's the thing?
Robinhood?
Yeah, if you have Robinhood, send me the link.
I'll give it to you just because they're the same color, so I can see why you would have confused them.
Oh no, well, yeah.
Yeah. Anyways,
Robinhood, send me the link.
Anyways,
I'll get you guys a free stock. Yes,
anyways,
sir.
yeah. So let's wrap it up.
Let's wrap it in.
Let's wrap it up. How long have we? Do you know?
No.
Okay. Well, we'll just wing it. Anyways, Eddie, do we have a shout out corner?
We can if you want to.
Let's
Cue
just
the
shout out-
music.
Let's just shout out people.
Cue the music.
Mm-hmm.
Do my little shimmy. All right, ladies and gentlemen. Well, this was kind of like a last minute recording session. So, because we're in California, and California opened up again, and its economy's kind of poor, we can't afford to pay our Bravado staff. So it's just me and Anthony now. So, anyways, we were gonna make a post, but we forgot because we're used to having people do it for us. But now it's just us two. Anyways,
Let him go.
Who are we gonna shout out?
I want to shout out Alexis, Texas.
Oh yeah, shout out Alexis, Texas.
Alexis Gomez.
The Raiders. The Raiders is, I forgot what position player he is. Came out.
Yeah.
Yeah, he came out and posted it on his Facebook, I think, or his Instagram. And so he came out and
I saw a video of him
encouraging other people and players to not feel that way. And so yeah, props to the Raiders.
Good for him. Good for them. Good for him. Good for the Raiders. Good for
their fan base too.
Their fan base. That's right. I like how my shout out of Alexis became a shout out to that player.
Well, I know because Alexis is a big Raiders fan.
Yeah. That's
Come on now.
Good point. No. Yeah, that's fine.
Come on now.
That's fair. All right.
I also want to say shout out to Too Cozy Daniel. He hit us up on the post saying that we're worried, and shout out to all the people that have been missing us.
Right here, buddy. We're right here.
Yeah. Who else do you want to shout out? Yeah. Go for it.
Let's see. Oh, you know what? I want to give a shout out to Mickey Pizza. Mickey Pizza over there.
Always checking up on you.
Huh?
He's always checking up on you.
That's right. He's always checking up on me. We're always talking, keeping our friendship going.
Oh, that's nice.
And he keeps listening to the podcast, and he's one of the few that keeps urging us to to post another one.
Okay.
So shout out to him for keeping up with us.
Got you. Maggie Pizza.
Anyone else?
I think that's it, man.
That's
We're gonna
it.
have to wrap it up.
All right, for sure.
Anthony, where can they listen? First of all, if they have any questions about Robinhood or stonks, as you say, or any other questions, where can they hit us up at?
You can hit us at Bravado Talk on Instagram and Twitter.
And then where can they listen to this fire podcast?
And you can listen to this fire podcast at YouTube, Apple Podcasts, and Spotify. I said that backwards. I used to say YouTube.
It's been a while.
And if you're going to be on YouTube, please give us a like, follow, comment. It feeds the algorithm. We check your comments. And yeah, that's it, I think.
Alrighty. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen.
See ya.
Hey, you stayed toward the end of the episode. Thank you guys so much for the love and support. Just for staying at the end, we're going to go ahead and give away 3 Starbucks gift cards to our followers. If you send us a DM privately and you're listening to this, just go on Instagram, DM us at Bravado Talk, and just put the word Hawaii, and then we'll give you back your Starbucks gift cards. Thank you, guys.
That's right. We can't afford to pay our employees, but we can pay you guys in gifts.
See you.